God, yeah, we gotta go back through that. Let me get the blow dryer, y'all. What you mean you don't know Pana? She's dope. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What is poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl DOPEaxxPANA, and today I'm literally gonna turn Soleil into a baddie. We're doing some medium miracle knots in one of my favorite textures. I got this hair from SSAWHair on Amazon, and I love them because they have prime shipping. I definitely am an Amazon girly, and this is their 18-inch Burmese curly. It's a super natural looking curl pattern, and probably one of my favorite for the miracle knots just because it mimics kind of like our natural hair. So I started off washing my bundles. I typically never wash my bundle hair, but a client had kind of brought it up to me, and I'm like, you know, she was like, they be having they feet on the hair be all on the floor. So I definitely started washing them, and these weren't super dirty, but it kind of just gave it like more of a natural look, which I really liked, instead of a super uniform curl. So I am going to show you guys the difference of a washed bundle versus a bundle that's not washed. Also, if you have quality human hair, it's not really going to affect your curl pattern at all, and so you'll also be able to see that with the hair. To shampoo and condition, I am using Amike, and I'll go ahead and link what I use in the description section for you guys, but you guys can see the two bundles here. On the left is the bundle that has already been washed, and on the right is the bundle that hasn't been. It looks really fluffy still, and it still has that curl pattern with the spiral curl at the end. So yeah, we're gonna go in and do miracle knots, and Soleil has a really small head, so at the nape of her neck we're actually only going to be doing one row. The reason why I didn't split it into two is because, remember, there's no braiding hair in the miracle knots, and sometimes if you make those natural braids too small, it's a pain in the ass to get out, and also it can potentially damage your hair from crocheting those pieces into like such a small amount of hair. So even though these parts are just a little bigger at the nape of the neck, I wanted to make sure that her braids were thick enough to kind of hold that miracle knot install. One of my next uploads is actually going to be a miracle knot takedown video, because I get asked a lot what the takedown process is for this style, and I have a really helpful tip in that video that is going to make this takedown process damage free for you guys. But I do like to braid one piece of the crochet hair into the ends of each braid, and I tie off a knot, and you don't have to with curly hair, but it has been helpful to me with just keeping them secure, so I like to do that for my installs. For my medium installs, I do a total of 7 rows. For Soleil's, this is going to be 6 because I already explained the nape of her neck is extremely small. And so I did about 55 braids on her entire head. So I'm going to use 1 pack of the human hair crochet hair for the ends of the braids. Now, y'all know the feather tip crochet hair has literally been going viral. Everybody's obviously using it for the miracle knots, but also just any type of crochet style. Like, people have been transitioning into using the 100% human hair, and you guys have been asking for a trusted Amazon brand. This is absolutely my go-to. They have multiple curl patterns, multiple textures, and I've also used them across my YouTube channel a couple times. So if you guys want to see any videos including their hair, you guys can go ahead and look that up. But also, as always, I'll make sure that I link everything in the description section for you guys to check out as well. Depending on the curl pattern and the length that you can get it within 2 days, which I absolutely love. And I'm using 240 grams. I didn't use the entire 4th pack because this hair is curly and super fluffy. I really didn't need it, but I would definitely recommend 240 grams because if your client's hair is longer and they want a full look, then you will need the rest of that last pack. I kept this clip here in regular speed so that you guys can see how I'm tying that knot and how I kind of split that hair off at the end. I only tied the knot 2 times, again, because this is a curly texture. It doesn't really need it at all, and you can honestly skip out of doing that step. So this is my last braid. The braid down took me about 2 hours to complete. To actually crochet the hair in, it literally takes like 45 minutes to an hour. That's the quickest part. So doing this is honestly the longest part of the style, and this is what it looks like once all of those ends are in and completed. The great thing about using Burmese curly is that you definitely don't need to add as many pieces to the braid. You want to make sure that you're adding less at first and going back to fill it in, so that you don't have to remove any pieces. But I pretty much, for my first 2 rows, am using only 1 piece per braid. And as I work my way to the top, some braids have 2, and the braids that have the most pieces is still only 3 pieces when I get to the top. I like to do it that way, and then at the end, when I wet it down, I'll look and see if I need to fill in any areas, and I use whatever hair I have left over to fill in. To install these, you want to make sure you're inserting the tip of your crochet hook in, and you kind of feed that latch hook in the braid. You're going to put the hair in the hook and close it, pull it through, and you're going to create a knot on the thread. You want to make sure that the knot is tied on the thread to make sure that it's secure, otherwise your piece will slip out. So you want to make sure that you take your time to do that. Sometimes it can get tricky. You'll see me have to adjust it a couple times just like I did there, but in general it's fairly easy to do. Now, after doing many miracle knot installs, I have to say that I just don't recommend these for people with really fine hair. I would definitely recommend either braiding that piece in or just using a small piece of braiding hair. The takedown process for this can be really tricky when those braids are super skinny and thin, and honestly creating a knot on top of fine hair with the braid just doesn't seem like a smart idea. And I really struggle doing these when people have really fine hair the most. When people have a thick head of hair, like, these are so easy to do. So that's just my personal recommendation. As far as longevity, I would say you could get 3 to 4 weeks out of this max. But even then, you want to make sure that you're still taking care of that hair, because it can wrap around your natural hair and kind of create knots, and you want to try to prevent that. So now, as I'm working my way to the top, I'm putting 2 to 3 pieces in these braids going forward. I'm kind of eyeballing it, but also just trying to stay consistent with my rows and my sides so that each side matches. If your client's natural hair is longer, then I pretty much space these about 1.5 inches apart. And like I said, I'm going to show you guys when I go back at the end. I could see areas where it was thin and it kind of needed some more hair, and so I'm going to fill that in. So this is my last braid. This piece is going to get 3 pieces, and then you guys can kind of see the middle of Soleil's head. It looks very scalpy. So at this point is when I go in and I kind of fill in that area. So I'm going to put 1 piece at the top of a braid, and then I also seen a little gappy looking area on the braid next to it, so I'm going to fill that in as well. And like I said, this is just part of me eyeballing it and kind of, closing in any area that looks like it needs it. So yeah, the last and finishing touch, all we need to do is go in and do her edges, and then I'm gonna wet this hair down or moisturize it with mousse. You can do mousse or water and leave-in conditioner is actually my recommendation. I just didn't have a spray bottle with me, so we're gonna go in with mousse. But you can also just leave the curl pattern as it is like this, because honestly this was eaten down when we seen it in a ponytail as well. On my Amazon storefront, you can find a link to purchase this hair. I'm also going to link a couple leave-in conditioners that I love to use for the miracle knots. You want to make sure that you take care of this hair, because the benefit is that it's 100% reusable, so that you can have it for multiple installs. So we do want to make sure that while this hair is in our head, we're keeping it moisturized and really protecting those curls. You guys can wash it and reuse it for multiple installs. So moussing the hair down or wetting it down at the end is going to kind of tame that curl again, because as you're pulling it apart to install, sometimes it can get a little frizzy. So it's basically just taming that curl. And when I give you guys the finished look, I actually let it dry so that you guys can see what it looked like nice and dry, but also wet. It's eaten down as well too. So yeah, let's get into the finished look, guys. I think she looks so fire. Let me know if you guys love this. This is my absolute favorite texture. I got it in 18 inches, but it comes in, I think, up to 22. And yes, eaten down. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys check my description section, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.